Getting into the electrification strategy, we're already making the transit connector electric. And of course, the Focus Electric was just announced. And right here to the right of me is the C-Max Energy plug-in vehicle. So we've got 3 solutions that are coming in the electrification area, other than your traditional hybrid vehicles.
Hi, I'm Chad Darcy. I'm the Focus Electric Marketing Manager with Ford Motor Company, and we are at the Green Festival in San Francisco. We came out here to talk about Ford's role with sustainability and Focus Electric as an individual product. The Ford Focus Electric is Ford's all-electric passenger vehicle. It has completely carbon emission-free driving, so no gas. It comes fully loaded with a lot of technological components in there, including MyFord Mobile phone app, which will allow the user to be able to charge the vehicle from their phone and to monitor the charge and to be able to do things both inside and outside of the vehicle. Smartphones are very integrated into people's lives, and that's one of the reasons that we have the MyFord Mobile app, because we realize that the people that are buying electric vehicles are tech adopters, they're first adopters of any new technology. And so that's partially why we have this great phone app called MyFord Mobile, in which you can look at your charging levels, you can monitor your charging from wherever you are, you can actually find your vehicle with your phone, you can schedule charging. It's got a number of features available. The Ford Focus will be available later this year. We will have a few deliveries in 2011. The majority of retail deliveries will start arriving in dealerships in the first quarter of 2012. The order bank for Ford Focus Electric just opened within the past week and a half or so. And so folks can go to Ford.com and find out which dealerships will be selling the Focus Electric, and we'll be able to go to those dealerships and place an order. The base MSRP for the Ford Focus Electric is $39,200, and you'll be able to qualify, for most folks, for the $7,500 federal tax credit. We only have one trim level for the Focus Electric, and we've done this because what we're noticing for the electric vehicle buyer is that they're buying a fully loaded vehicle. And in fact, there's only one option other than different paint colors on the Focus Electric. There's only one option that the consumer can choose, and that's leather seats. So the base vehicle comes standard with navigation, with all the different technological features, the MyFord Mobile phone application, with the cluster screens that help the driver evaluate how they're doing and how their range is. We've put everything into the vehicle with that base price. So the Ford Focus Electric, we recommend the 240-volt charging station made by Leviton, and that will enable you to charge the vehicle in 3 to 4 hours. We also have a partnership with Microsoft in which we can find out the best time to charge based on the kilowatt hour cost in individual areas, and we call that value charging. So that's going to allow the consumer to charge the vehicle at the lowest rate. So what that means to the consumer is that with value charging, you'll be able to charge your vehicle at off-peak hours when the electric cost is the lowest, and that'll transition into additional savings for the consumer. With the 240-volt charging station that Ford recommends, we have partnered with Best Buy in order to come out to the consumer's house and do a site evaluation to determine how ready the customer is for a 240-volt charging station in their garage. In addition, Mr. Electric, which is a licensed electrician with nationwide reach, will come out and do the actual installation. So we've partnered with these large companies so that the consumer can feel very confident about the service that they're going to receive. The ride of the Ford Focus Electric is a great ride. It's just like driving any other gas vehicle out there, except this is all electric without any gas. You get nearly 100% of the torque from a dead stop. So when you press down the acceleration pedal, the car really gets up and goes. For the range, we have yet to release the actual EPA range. Weight has a lot to do with the future of electric vehicles. Battery sizes do affect the vehicle weight, and they affect how far the vehicle can go. So as the years go by and we're able to invest and perfect the batteries, we'll be able to reduce the weight and increase the range on the vehicle. Municipalities and states and the federal government, all levels of government have great interest in electric vehicles. So they're the ones that are behind some of the incentives that we see on electric vehicles out there, and they have a definite interest in purchasing the Ford Focus Electric as well as electric vehicles overall. Ford has put a number of sustainable materials into the Focus Electric. We have soy in the seat cushions. We are using post-industrial and post-consumer content in the seat fabric made by a company known as Unify and a brand of fabric called Reprieve. And we have also recycled a lot of other materials that go into the carpeting and some of the insulation. And Ford overall looks at all of the vehicles we produce and where we produce the components to make sure that we get things from ethical sources and to make sure that we're doing the right thing for sustainability all over the globe. The Focus Electric offers some advantages in the cost area over traditional gas vehicles because there are no oil changes, there are fewer belts and internal workings in the vehicle, and in addition, you will never have to go to the gas station. And it's a lot cheaper to fill up with electricity or to get a full charge with electricity than it is to fill up the gas tank. Ford is a proud partner of the Green Festival, and we really love coming here. In fact, this is not my first time here, and I love walking up and down the aisles and checking out the booths, and I've bought a couple of various articles of clothing at previous festivals. And we're glad always to reach out to these types of initiatives and make sure that people know about the steps and measures we're taking in order to have sustainable vehicles, and also just to inform consumers about the Focus Electric and our future C-Max Energy, a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle as well. My background is in the outdoors. I love mountaineering, so I've been up a lot of the mountains here on the West Coast. Particularly this summer, we came out to go up Mount Whitney and Mount Williamson, and I've down Mount Rainier in previous year. So I love coming out to the West Coast, and it's just a wonderful place to be. I earned my Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from The Ohio State University with a concentration in finance. And then I went to the University of Minnesota and earned my MBA, and my area of concentration was consulting. What I would urge people to do is always to keep an open mind as far as their educational goals. I developed my educational goals because of I want to get into a large company and to do something like take a product and advance it, and that's what we're trying to do with the Ford Focus Electric, is to introduce this electric focus. And the fact that I have a diversified background in terms of finance, marketing, consulting has really allowed me to see things from all angles, and hopefully it allows me to introduce the Focus Electric in a better way. My goals were to be a product manager, and that's what I do. And so when I get up every day, I love it. It's definitely a passion of mine to take the Ford Focus Electric and try and let the world know about it and let the world know about its advantages. So short of football at The Ohio State University, my passion is advancing the Ford Focus Electric. My daily duties as the Focus Electric Marketing Manager are to interact with the various departments within Ford and to bring the Focus Electric to market. So I deal with the engineering and the program team. I deal with public affairs, with education and training, and I also deal with the Ford field and sales operations as well as the dealerships. This is Chad Darcy, and I'm the Focus Electric Marketing Manager. I want to thank everybody for watching this, and live from the San Francisco Green Festival. It's just a wonderful time to be in the automotive business.